In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I helped high school freshman Reece Lunnen go from 69 to 83 in just 5 months without worrying if he is good enough to play. This video is for athletes who know that they are capable and know that they're worth more than what their performance tells, but don't know the way of what to do and where to go to get better and are ready to invest into their career. If this doesn't sound like you, feel free to go over on my Instagram where I post a lot of free valuable content that may potentially help you out. But if you are ready to take that extra step in your career, make sure you just stick around because I'm going to show you how to do just that. Keep in mind, this is going to be very different from a lot of programs you've seen and done out there because my approach is very detailed to your unique motor preferences and movements, not just what analytics say that you should do. Remember that you are different, so your training must be different. And at this point, you've probably tried a bunch of free stuff that don't make any sense to you. You're probably getting one-on-one lessons one time a week and then you're lost the rest of the days. Or maybe you're just doing the same program that your buddy's doing and now you're even more lost than ever. And that's why a proper evaluation is needed to determine why you are stuck and where you are stuck. And from there you can draw out a good program that helps you improve, and that's exactly what my program does for you. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Anthony Rodriguez. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist and certified motor preference coach, and I help baseball athletes just like you throw gas without getting ignored by college coaches and scouts again. Now, Reece's situation wasn't a strange one. He was hung up doing the wrong things that he saw online, which led him to getting hurt, declining his performance, and overall affecting his mental game. Reece, however, had bigger goals for himself. As an underdeveloped 8th grader with a 69-mile-an-hour fastball, one of his goals was to go into the top high school in the state. However, he knew that the only way for him to get there was that he needed to get bigger, faster, and stronger. He needed to improve. And I'm not gonna lie, at first we had started doing one-on-one lessons, and to be honest, we couldn't even get anything done. His body has so many limitations that no drill in the world was going to fix him. We were constantly going in loops, finding a drill that brought up his potential. But what he needed instead was a structured plan to target his inefficiencies. After he finally decided to dive into remote training, I took him in for a complete body evaluation. Come to find out, his body had limitations everywhere that were causing him pain even when he wasn't even throwing. His program was set to target the inefficiencies and imbalances within his body, and over time all his pain went away. In only 3 months he had made a 360-degree turn, changing his physique and mentality. He put in the work. Waking up at 5 in the morning to get all of his work done, he knew he had a lot to show for. Fast forward 2 months after that, in his tryout, his coaches were mind blown by how much he had changed. And now as a freshman, he was finally getting acknowledgement from his coaches. They just couldn't believe it. As a player who struggled with the mental side because he didn't know if he could hang on with the big boys, well, now he knew that he had even bigger opportunities and a more chance to play at a higher level. Jeez. And I mean, even his parents were blown away. Pretty remarkable change that Reece made in his career in a very short amount of time. And if you've been struggling with the same issue where you can't throw hard, you've been experiencing elbow and shoulder pain, but you're stuck following your doctor's recipe of rest, ice, ibuprofen, stretch, no repetitive movements, you are screwed and there is no way out for you. And of course, obviously, I'm just playing. I am here for you guys. All you need to do is go on my Instagram and DM me the word training, where we'll then have a discussion of where you are stuck in your performance, and then I will see if I can further help you out and if you're a good fit for my program. Remember, this is only if you're eager to take that extra step and invest into your career. Or you can continue to guess your way there while your friends and opponents keep climbing the ladder. It ain't whether nobody else believes in you, whether you don't have the time, or you don't think you're even good enough. Reece literally proved you guys wrong because he knew what his worth was. And at first, he didn't even believe in remote training either. But after he started seeing results, he saw how beneficial it was to have a structured program. Now imagine what solving your sticking point would do for you in your career. DM me the word training on my Instagram and then we'll discuss if you're a good fit for my program. And as always, stop the guessing game.